Ukraine attacks Russian territory with NATO missiles. Ukraine free to strike any Russian military facility after West lifts all range restrictions, Germany says. The West has lifted all range restrictions on the weapons delivered to Ukraine, freeing the war-torn country to strike at any Russian military target across the border, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said Monday. Following Moscow's third consecutive overnight aerial barrage against Ukraine, Merz called it necessary that the US, France, Germany and the UK allow Kyiv the use of long-range weapons to stop Russian President Vladimir Putin from ruthlessly bombing cities, kindergartens, hospitals and care homes. "We will do everything in our power to continue supporting Ukraine," Merz said in a statement. This also means no longer having any range restrictions on the weapons we supply. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said all range restrictions on Western weapons have been lifted, freeing Ukraine to attacking Kremlin military targets deep inside Russia. The order came after Moscow fired yet another large volley of more than 300 missiles and drones overnight. The order came after Moscow hit Ukraine with a bombardment of more than 300 missiles and drones overnight. Ukraine can now also defend itself by attacking military positions in Russia, Merz added. Previously, Kyiv had been restricted to only attacking Russian military targets in occupied Ukrainian territories, with few exceptions. But given Putin's repeated slow walking of ceasefire talks and ramped-up attacks on Ukraine, Merz said the West has effectively exhausted all the diplomatic means available. The German leader said the lift on the ban will mark the decisive difference to end Russia's 3-year war. Russian President Vladimir Putin had previously warned the West from allowing Ukraine to use long-range weapons against targets inside Russia. Moscow had previously warned the West not to lift such restrictions, with Putin claiming last year that any country supporting an attack deep inside Russia could be viewed as a viable target for the Kremlin and face the threat of nuclear weapons.